I want to talk about readiness for couples and pace. And maybe you can touch on, from your experience, when you have couples where one couple is quite content in a marriage and another couple is not content in a marriage, and one has a sense of urgency around moving on, and the other doesn't, and how that plays out when they are moving towards a separation, and how can that couple support each other almost in that area?
So are you suggesting that one party has already decided they want to leave the marriage?
Or it's just that the one party may take years to decide, to even comprehend that their marriage is ending. Mm-hmm. And so how does one move forward if one doesn't? And the other piece I see is that when that happens, it really plays into the negotiation as they're moving towards more legal agreements. How do you talk to that point in a separation when one is much more ready than another? How do you counsel around that to both parties?
That's a great question. Well, there's always one person a step or 10 steps ahead of another. There's almost always a disparity in somebody's readiness to separate. And we can't always wait for both parties to be in full agreement if one person's already left the marriage, even perhaps many, many years earlier. Part of it is ensuring that the person who's not ready to let go has adequate support, because this is something that is it is happening. And so they may need additional support to grasp that it's happening and to help them digest this new reality that's occurring for them. Because if someone has fully decided to leave, the marriage has ended at some level. Now the next step is a matter of manifesting it in the physical world.
I've seen inequities in separation agreements as a result of different readiness. Right? And so that's really what I'm trying to touch on, is I think our listeners need to understand how important it is that both parties are supported by counseling, so that as they go through this, whether you're the person who is extremely ready and saying, look, I don't care, I'll give them the house because I just want out, or you're the person who is not really even believing it's happening and is almost ignorant in a way as they go through their negotiation, and keeping in mind that the goal is that the outcome for both parties is as good as it can possibly be.
Right. Okay.
Right? You don't want inequities in an agreement where you have children.
So I understand what you're asking more completely now. And I think from my perspective, both parties have to be fully informed and have support people in place, people like yourself, to help review the finances for the family, and to have quality legal counsel, preferably those which are in good communication with one another, preferably not litigators. Avoid at all costs that option to keep costs down and streamline the process. But yeah, ensuring that each party has the appropriate supports in place so that they are adequately advocated for, with all the information that they need to have a fair and equitable separation.
Yeah, that's really great information.